Good afternoon and welcome. We have ourselves a game here today, which is going to be with this Dutch defense shit, which I hate. I hate the Dutch defense, I realized. Later on in life, I realized I don't really like it. Um, it's the Leningrad version. So the idea is going to be like this, you see. The idea is going to be like this, and, well, alright. I'll do my usual line, which is a bit edgy. And we can all see that in principle here. It's a bit edgy, right? But this is my mainstream line actually. Although now he's played a move which suggests he's maybe going for the hedgehog structure. If he does that, then I would be much happier to bring my knight here, I think. Uh, so what's he threatening to do? D5? Should I play this? No, that's not good. If I played this, then he will have to play D5 basically. I don't know, but it looks like the correct diagonal. Okay, so he doesn't play d5 still. So now that means we can do this and do it a bit more recklessly. Yeah, we can open it up. Like it's much more valuable if we manage to take his fianchetted bishop off than if it were the other way around. But I miscalculated something here, I guess. Um, because I have to take with the pawn, not the can't. I could take with the bishop, but feels wrong. So that there is a miscalculation afoot here. And now I do have an isolated pawn in the middle. So it's a liability. Something went wrong. I didn't just play the opening. I tried to use my own brain and it backfired this time. But yeah, I think we're okay still. Relatively okay. And knight's gonna get a pretty nice square there. Okay, we have to start haunting the knight already and get the queen ready here. We have just enough momentum to defend it and hopefully enough speed to kick him. No, we don't have enough speed to kick him. So now what's he going to try to do? Is he going to try to get his queen here and here? That would be something. I guess we have to move it forward. And he is planning that maneuver as we were just speculating. He might. Can of course take I can take a knight. I can also get the rook here and hmm, this is critical moment in the game. Have to think clearly. Overprotection is a totally sensible way to think about it. I think this is some overprotection style. So I can take the knight with the bishop and just keep this super solid here. Because this doesn't work. It doesn't work. But with this included, now we can keep this solid. Now it's very solid at the moment. So that's good. That's good. But he's going to start now trying to ruffle these feathers here. So I think this makes the most sense. Prophylactic play. Let's keep things solid. Whenever you've been a little bit surprised in the openings, you've got to take on a more defensive mode. You see, we can already read. We can read his plan. And still he's doubling down on it. So he must really think it's a good plan. That's what this move indicates, is that he thinks mathematically this is a good plan. But I disagree. I think he's violated the Nash equilibrium here because I've defended well, but he's still going after me. So I believe there ought to be punishment. I believe there ought to be hell to pay for this kind of things. What do we do? What do we do? We can give ourselves this. I think this is perhaps a good way to handle it because we don't want this bishop to have an easy way into the game. You see, take it with the knight, or maybe the pawn is best. Knight is interesting too. Pawn is a bit boring and solid though. Okay, okay, I'll do a slightly awkward move there. Oh, he continues with it. Okay. We could actually take it like this and open up. No, let's just keep it solid now and focus on king safety. Somehow focus on king safety. If we can just ensure our king remains safe, um, we should get the better end of this game, of this position. But it rests heavily on that critical dimension of king safety. It's going to be a heavy piece endgame. Maybe we want to dilute the rooks off the board. I'm not fully sure what's optimal. Uh, it's getting a little bit messy for me actually. And therefore, I'm trying to dilute off the knight because this knight is holding my queen hostage to this pawn, and I just can't bear that anymore. So I had to be willing to play this kind of move, and I think it is hopefully safe enough, but he can try a maneuver like this. You see, it's a bit far-winded, but it's something to consider. And for my part, I'm going to try to just nullify this queen, protect the 7th rank, and then get my king back to safe square in case I need it. I'm only focused on safety. King safety is my only optimization objective at the moment. Survival. Okay, he's coming after me with a lot of hostility here. Right. We're getting a check on him. So he's going to have to do this. We've definitely got the better position here, I think. As long as our king safety is ensured, we have the better position. But he is looking for a mate. He's trying to get his rook here. That's why he actually tried to deflect my pawn away. But he didn't account for the check, and the speed of my play is also going to throw a dent in some of those plans. And I think taking this pawn here looks like a very good safety first move. It's really protecting the king in a huge way and still keeping a major vulnerability at play, taking it very smoothly and defending the pawn. We pretty much wrapped him up here. We've done him like a kipper. We've done him like a kipper. It was a tough game. Uh, yeah. He violated the Nash equilibrium. We called him out on it. Let's see if we were right. Let's see if we were right. I mean, I proved it right? Didn't I? In the game. All right, Misha Eliaya had a 65%er. It was a tough game for most of the part, but then a big spike here, 4-pointer spike. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, this was premature. Premature like anything, like so obviously premature. And we knew it that we're not getting this amazing setup that I thought I was. And so, okay. So computer thinks I should play more dynamically, maybe with these kind of ideas, and I considered it, but I just saw this as being so ah. The idea is actually a little bit more subtle. The idea is to allow him to take this pawn, and you don't have to capture it back. You can actually use that as a moment to deflect the knight away, and that helps you to defend this pawn while achieving your development goals. So very advanced concept, actually. Good. Yeah, this was a bit passive, and still, computer thinks I should just be focusing on development. But we knew what his plan was, and we were planning against that. And still, I made a wrong strategic choice here, I guess. Computer still thinks I can go with this slow-based approach. I don't know. Anyway, I decided I wanted to dilute it, but so I gave him an advantage. He has the edge here, but he over pushed with it. This is what I'm trying to say. I think he over pushed with it, and it's right. It is an over pushing, although it's an under punishing. And now this is a huge blunder, actually. Not because of this, though. This is a incorrect move. The better move is, wait, sorry, not this one. The better move here is pawn up. Right, you use that as a way to kind of just develop this nice sink here for your knight, rather than playing f4 and taking that option away from your knight, but still blunting the bishop. In both cases, the bishop is kind of blunted. With the h4 move, it's, black is actually blunting his own position because he's afraid of your rook potentially. He could also capture, but it's nothing. Then the pawn alone is nothing. So instructive here. And knight capture was not bad, but not the best necessarily. This was also fuzzy, and I was a bit afraid of the queen check. If you can imagine that, that was the only thing I really thought about, and I didn't do it. But if you see here, the king is kind of in a vulnerable square, and I was worried about the queen coming here for a long time. So that's why I kept the king on the f1 square. and made space now for the king here. But he started to pile quite a bit of pressure, and I diluted off the knight. He came in with a nasty check, and now he's looking for blood here. Again, he violates the Nash equilibrium with c6. You see, whenever you go for blood, whenever you try, I'm going to try to play amazing chess, that's when you tend to violate the Nash equilibrium, and that's what he did. It's a big violation, and not the best response by me. I'll give you that. But still a powerful position, and pretty much taking the game down. Okay, taking the game down and convincingly winning. Actually, I could have even queen checked here, but what's the point of that? Yeah. Why did AI suggest that? I don't know. Anyway, good games. Thank you for watching.